Hi everyone, this is Mahiuddin Ahmed from Singapore Maths Academy. I'm pleased to say that I'll be making a few, or if not many, weekly videos on maths mastery and going through different problem solving questions found in previous past papers or specimen papers found all across the board from CSSE exams to independent school exams to other exams that you might be interested in. So I'm going to get started by jumping onto my whiteboard to give you a glimpse of the first question we're going to be looking at today. So it says here, TJ is sorting out prices for a snack shop at school. He has a box of 15 chocolate bars. He bought the whole box for £4 and 5p. He plans to sell the bars for 35p each. The first question is, how much will TJ receive if he sells 15 bars at 35p? Now, the question's asking us how much will he receive. So it's not talking about profit. It's just how much money that he'll actually have in his hands if he sells the 15 bars at 35p each. So this could be done with a simple column multiplication if you wanted. So you could try out 15 times 35 or 35 times 15. That could work fine. Or you could realize that 15 times 35 is just 10 times 35, which is quite simple. Add, so 15 is 10 and 5. So we're doing 10 lots of 35s, which is 350. Add 5 lots of 35s. 5 times 30 is 150. 5 times 5 is 25. So that's 175. And we can add that together. Well, 350 add 200 is going to be 550. Take away 25 is 525. So he'll have 525p or £5 and 25p. Okay, so £5.25 is how much he will have, how much money he'll have if he sells 15 bars at 35p each. So that's question 1 or 11a done. Now, you might think, why is Mohi starting off from question 11? Well, this is a CSSE paper. And in this paper, we felt that the first 10 questions were quite simple questions that most children should be getting right. Then we've looked at questions that might be challenging to some children, and it might be the wording that's challenging, or it might be the calculation, or it might just be the comprehension that children need to get that question right is not there yet. And so we thought we'd go through this question first. Question 11b, how much did TJ pay for each bar when he bought the box? Now we know TJ bought the box for £4 and 5p or 405p. And we have 15 bars in each of these boxes, right? What did it say that? The box of 15. Okay, so he's got a box of 15. So we know to work out how much each bar cost, we'll have to do £4 5p or 405p divided by 15. And so we can probably make it a bit easier on ourselves by thinking of it as 405p rather than £4 and 5p. Why? Because I know 15 times 10 is 150. 15 times 20 therefore is 300. 15 times 30 therefore is going to be 450. That's too much, so we're going to have to subtract a few 15s, right, from 450 to make 405. Well, I know 15, 30, 45, that's three lots of 15s. So I know that if I did this correctly, it'd be 15 times 27, which equals to 405. And I know that's right because 15 times 30 is 450. If I take away a 15, that's 435. If I take away another 15, that's going to be 420. Take another 15 away, it's going to be 405. And so, yeah, I've taken away three lots of 15s to get 405. Therefore, it's going to be 15 times 27. So how much did TJ pay for each bar? It must have been 27p because I know 27p times 15 bars is 405p. So that's one strategy you could use for that question. Let's go on to the second part of that, or third part of that question. TJ also has two types of cereal snacks, raisin bars and nut bars. Each raisin bar is 12p more to buy than a nut bar. 9 raisin bars and 12 nut bars cost £5.28. It's quite a lot of information here, right? There's lots of things here. Now we've changed from cereal snacks, and we've got raisin bars and nut bars, and then we've got combination of raisin bars and nut bars. So that can be a challenge for a lot of children. But it does say, gives us a slight hint in some of the questions. It says 9 raisin bars and 12 nut bars cost £5.28. But also, each raisin bar is 12p more than a nut bar. Okay, so 2 pieces of information are really critical. Now, we could use algebra for this, or we could use something more visual. Those who struggle with algebra might prefer something visual. And so let's go through this question. So we've got 12p more to buy a nut bar. Each raisin bar actually costs 12p more to buy than a nut bar. So we've got raisin and we've got a nut. If this is the cost of the nut, then the raisin would be the same amount plus 12p. Hope that makes sense. So nut is this amount here, and the raisin is the same amount plus 12p because it costs 12p more for the raisin bar. We know that it says here 9 raisin bars and 12 nut bars cost £5.28. So 9 raisin bars, so 9 of these, right, times 9, and 12 nut bars, 12 of these, costs altogether 528p. If we think about that, that must mean that we've got 9 lots of 12s, and then we've got 9 of these, and we've got 12 of these as well. Okay, so 12 plus 9, so we've got 21 equal parts altogether, and we've got 9 times 12, that's equal to 528. So therefore, if I did 9 times 12, 9 times 10 is 90, 9 times 2 is 18, 90 plus 18 is 108. So if I did 528, take away the 108, 528 take away 100 is 428, take away 8 is 420. So I know that these 21 equal parts rather, is going to be equal to 420. And so 21, I'll write units, 21 units, 21 of these units is equal to 420. And therefore 1 unit is going to be equal to 420. 42 divided by 21 is 2. So 420 divided by 21 must be 20. So each unit must be 20. Now it says, how much more do 9 raisin bars cost than 9 nut bars? Why have I done all of that? Well, I've worked out 1 unit. That must mean that a nut bar, right? I can write it here. Nut bar costs 20p. And a raisin bar costs, how much does it cost? Well, I've got raisin bar is the same as a nut bar plus 12p. So that must be 32p, right? And so the question is, how much more do 9 raisin bars cost than 9 nut bars? I actually didn't need to do all of that, did I, for that question? I know raisin bars are 12p more, so 9 times 12 is 108. That's just going to be 108p more, or £1 and 8p more, right? So for that question, actually, the bars helped me because I could see that each nut bar is going to be 12p less than a raisin bar, or each raisin bar is going to be 12p more. So if I've got 9 nut bars and 9 raisin bars, then what I'm seeing is that I'm going to have 9 extra lots of 12s. 9 times 12 is 108, and that's why it's 108p more. So how much does each raisin bar cost? So this is what I started to actually answer in the first part of our question. We just worked out that each raisin bar costs 32p. That's because we worked out that if we have 9 raisin bars and 12 nut bars, we worked out that that means there will be 108 plus 21 equal parts is equal to 528. Alternatively, excuse me, alternatively, what we could do is we could look at this as an algebraic equation. So I've done it as the non-algebraic kind of solution on top. I've got 32p here. Algebraically, we know that if we call the nut bar x, or the price of a nut bar, xp or x pounds, okay, let's call it xp, xp, and therefore the raisin bar must be x plus 12. And so we can use algebra to solve this, because we know that there are 9 raisin bars. So 9 raisin bars, so it'd be 9 brackets x plus 12 plus 12 nut bars plus 12 times x is equal to 528p. And so we can use this to start off our equation. And then we realize 9 times x is 9x, 9 times 12 is 108, plus 12 times x is 12x. And we've pretty much got the same thing here, right? We've got 21x plus 108 equals 528. So exactly what we've said here, 21 equal parts plus the 108 equals 528. To solve this, it's just a simple case. By now, if your children have looked at algebra, this should be a simple algebraic equation to solve. We subtract 108 on both sides. And so we have 21x equals 420, and therefore x is equal to 20. X was the price of a nut bar. So the raisin bar is going to be 20 plus the 12, because it says x plus 12. We just worked out what x is. 20 plus 12 is 32p, and therefore we've got the same answer here using 2 different strategies. So in today's session, we looked at this question. It was a question that started off fairly simple, but then we started to look at more algebraic, more abstract concepts. And one method that we are especially super excited to kind of share with you is the bar model approach. So this bar model approach was used in a light way, very simple way, just to see the difference between raisin and nuts, and realizing there'll be 9 lots of 12s. The difference between the 9 raisins and 9 nut bars would be 9 lots of 12s. And that was a simple way to answer this question here, which is 108p. That also led me to solve the second question, second part, or third or fourth part of the question, I should say, C and D, so that I didn't need to use algebra. But if I was confident in algebra, I could also use algebra as shown in the second strategy. So hopefully that made sense to you. If you have any questions about this, please do write a message below. If you felt this was helpful, please let us know. So it encourages us to make more videos. We're hoping to make weekly videos for you in this group. And so please share our videos whenever you have an opportunity to do so with your friends and others who may benefit. If you have any questions about our tuition and you'd like to take up some tuition with us, group or one-to-one, please email us on the slide after this. You will see our email address as well. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed the session. Take care, everyone. Bye.